just started their broadcast. They just went through the tire compounds. We're dealing with the C2, C3, C4 compounds this weekend. Excuse me. So on the timing board, when we have a replacement driver, and, Ollie Bearman is a replacement driver. Their team color goes to a gray, and they become first letter of their first name dot their last name all in caps, and that is the convention that this timing board uses for those replacement drivers. Again, Beerman is here in replacement of Science, who has appendicitis. He's now ruled out. He's going to and he will require surgery for that. That's basically they have to go in and take out your appendix. Hooray! Useless pieces of the human anatomy. Um, so basically, ultimately, he is basically in place of Science. He will be driving the 38 car. Is he will so the car will be listed as number 38. So again, Bearman did have has driven in an F1 car before. Um, Not in an event, but this he has been in pre-practice for the Haas at least. Let me see where else. Notably, that Science didn't do media yesterday, and he just jumped in, basically did the car um, for FP1 and FP2. Jose noting the track is at 42 degrees Celsius, that is, and then it is gusting hard on the track. Yeah, I believe this would count because Beerman is going to drive in the GP itself. This is going to be his proper debut in F1. So he's going to basically drive again. He's going to drive here in FP1, going to be in quali and in the race tomorrow, and which will be his debut F1 race. What happens? Science is out. He is sick. He has appendicitis. He's going to undergo into surgery, and it'll be in recovery after that. So, if anyone had appendicitis on your bingo board for F1 this year, you have congratulations. You have a square taken up. I see Bearman is Bigfoot, and I have no clue what you're talking about, my friend. Um, Green flag has been waved, but no one. Is it Bottas the only one out on track? Like, looks like Valtteri's the only one who's gone on track. Um, Looking at bolting on the cars. Hamilton did not get a penalty. He only got a warning. The team was given a 15,000 euro penalty because ultimately the stewards basically decided that it was the team's fault and not Hamilton's fault for not. So basically, they decided that it was the team's fault for not giving Hamilton the information that Logan was coming around on a fast lap. So we're just 1 minute into the session right now. Max is not in his car. We've got a lot of the drivers are not even in their car at the moment. Bearman is out on track, and that's obvious that he would be out on track this soon. You know, he needs all the time in that car at this point. And it looks like Sargent may be the other one on track. We've got a speed reading for him. And it has become common to see not many cars go out on track at the beginning of FP3. It looks like Kick needs something with their car. Albert Albin's not in his car. So these are the three that look like need. Look like Sargent is out. Just the two of them. It's just Bottas and Bearman. Obviously, Ollie Bearman needs all the time he can get in this F1 car. So looking at some of the comments you were saying, if you guys want to at me in chat, I will actually drop my name. Yeah, if you guys want to at me in chat, I will highlight my name and then it'll be easier to see what you guys are saying. That you're trying to direct something in my way to answer. Potato Boy wears sights. He is out with a pen sight. It's Ollie Beerman has replaced him. Um, and he's out on track right now, getting acclimated to that Ferrari car. He is currently on a medium tire. Buzz is going purple, but essentially, I mean, he's the only one going. He's the first one out on track. So, I mean, I wouldn't put too much stock in any of these times right now. We've only got two people on track. Yabimir, I try not to have a favorite driver or team. I want to be able to step back and basically enjoy the sport, enjoy what is going on, and not basically. If I had a favorite team, it would put blinders on. I would then start rooting for that team over other teams, and then I would end up being um, a suffering fan of a particular team to turn to others. Otherwise, what I mean is, I don't want to be like Matt Gallagher and be a Tifosi. Who is Ollie Bearman? Ollie Bearman is a British F2 driver. He drives under Prima. He had taken um, pole this weekend, but he's not going to be driving an F2 because they're devoting his time now on the F1 pieces. Um, he had last year was sixth in F2 with 4 race runs. No, this is not Ollie's first. Yes, first qualifying session F1. Yes, he has two appearances last year for Haas in the FP1 rookie driver requirement. Mystic doesn't have the highest hopes for Ollie. Jeddah isn't exactly the easiest track to exit. Yeah, that this is a track that is not. You make a mistake and it can go badly, really badly. There's not a lot of room in a lot of places, like where Hamilton and Logan happened yesterday was around turn 11, and there's just not a lot of room through there. Hamilton is now on track. He's on a soft tire, and it looks like Alonso is on track now. He's on a hard tire. Alonso they were happy yesterday, pleased that they were top of the board. But it was basically, he said, it was practice. You can run with that. What if we talk about practice. So now to see him, and it looks like that was just an installation lap. He went out, did sector 2, sector 3, came right back into the garage. It looks like Stroll has also done an installation lap as well. Hamilton fastest sector 2, 1 and 2 right now. I mean, given that Bottas did a 131, that's to be expected. And it looks like they've done a change to Stroll and Alonso, sent them back out. Hamilton goes P1, top of the board with a 137.93. This again, don't take much stock into these times at the moment. Um, Again, there's only a few people out on track, and then as it is, this is not a representative of what would quality or the race is going to be looking like. I know Alonso got into the 120, I believe the 129s yesterday. Someone was asking him about track time. I don't know the specific off the top of my head, but it was a 129. Do you think Bearman would be racing in the future? I have no clue. It depends on what seat opens up and how. Excuse me. So those of you who are gonna post about Bearman, don't use the format that's listed on the chart, the O. Bearman. If you do that, the Streamlabs is gonna think that's a link for apparent reason. And Felix in chat pointing out that Prima was pretty bad in Bahrain. Yeah, they didn't have a particularly great race in Bahrain. I mean, I mean, dude's gonna have surgery, Marco. I mean, like that's pretty serious. I mean, he will be back, but you can recover pretty quickly from appendicitis. I believe we've got 2 weeks before Australia. It's just basically how well is he going to recover? He should be back. But again, you just never know. He may need if it turns out that way, he might need another week or so. It'll be day to day as we get to the Australian Grand Prix. Boeing Bottas right now, he's got a fastest sector one, and he's doing about 325 in the speed trap. Then in through the corners, he got low of like 190, back up to 300 around turn 26. Yeah, Hamilton only did 4 laps on those soft tires and has come back into the garage. Excuse me, everyone. So right now we've got Bottas, Bearman, Zhou, Russell, and Norris on track. Russell and Norris, those are the last three just doing their first laps. Looks like Zhou is now starting a flying lap. He's on a 33.7. It's about so. Hey everyone, on top of the leaderboard we have Ollie Bearman, the British driver in for Carlos Sainz. He's on a medium tire, did a 130.277, got fastest sector 2, sector 3 times. Will this hold? Absolutely not. But here you go. He's on top of the board right now. Bottas has got a 1:30.770. Zhou's first lap is a 1:31.647. Let's see who else is on track. Russell has the fastest sector one, but where is he at the moment? He just did his sector two, 28.492. So basically, Russell got out, went around, and is doing a flying lap right away. And Russell's about to finish his lap. He was improving and then wasn't, and ends up going to a 1:30.330. So Ollie Bearman still ahead of Science. I mean, ahead of Russell. Still P1 on the board. No, Bearman's not in a Haas car. He's in the Ferrari car. Last year he was in the Haas car, driving in the free driver requirement for Haas during the Mexican Grand Prix and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Sapien Army puts out Bearman beats Leclerc in the race. Discuss. Wow, that would be super spicy if that happens. That would be super spicy. Hamilton is on a flying lap. He's got the fastest second sector, improved in his first sector. He improves by 0.009 over Bearman's second sector. Yeah, one of the things to keep in account is the track is warm and it is windy this weekend. And Hamilton's going to go top the board with a 1:30.253. So two about uh, bad way. Where am I? Where did my stream go? That's interesting. When is race day? Race day is tomorrow. We got Ricardo on a flying lap, and the difference between Hamilton and Bearman is 0.024 seconds. So yeah, quarter of a tenth. Sonoda has done a P5 on the board, the 1:31.492. That's not really impressive though. I mean, we were seeing again 1:29s. Then again, guys, don't type O dot Beerman. That will get you timed out in chat. Just put a space after the period, please. And to answer the what do you think about Ollie Bearman? Um, I don't know what to think about Ollie, to be quite honest, because he's a rookie driver. Um, he is 18. So the difference between like DeVries and Ollie, when DeVries came in, he had already been an he was already an FE champion. He was an older driver. He had allegedly a mature driver. So we expected we were able to expect more from him. Dude, this is an 18-year-old dude in the car. driving F1. He will be driving in the race this weekend. This is crazy. This is like, how cool can this be? Ricardo has set a P7 time with 131.682, and Zhou has set a P5 time with a 138.31. Still have over half of the grid. We haven't seen Haas, we haven't seen Williams. We have Norris has come out on track. Red Bull has not come on track. Alpine hasn't come on track. So we've got whole teams who have not even bothered to come onto track. And so they're trying to get a setup for the car for Ollie. I'm not sure what something is thick. Speed trap right now. Ollie's got a 332 in the speed trap. Russell's got a 330, and Hamilton's got a 329. So that's like 206, 205, 204 miles per hour, respectively. So we've got about 41 minutes left in this session right now. Again, you're listening to the Race 6's YouTube channel. This is Crash doing commentary for you. I want to thank the 6,500 so that are watching right now, and the almost 440 likes that we've got. We've got more, and I need to like it myself. There we go. If you haven't liked and subscribed this channel, come join the 116.9K. We're almost 80 away from hitting 107,000 subscribers. Wow. We will probably hit that by the end of this session. I want to thank you guys who have subscribed. Race Statistics does have the YouTube play button for 100K. We do have a Discord channel. Oh, there's a command already. Okay, basically just use the Discord command to put a link in channel. We have an active community there. We've been talking about we've been active through the winter break. We have a great humor channel now, so if you want to go haha, we can do that. As we've been talking, Russell's gone P1 with a 129.862, and then Leclerc did a 130.008. Merckx and Ferrari on top of the board with Stake, then followed by the V Carb team, and then Aston Martin. Perez on track, Sargent, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Piastri, and Hulkenberg all on track. Max about to be on track, and Magnus is the only one not on track as of yet. Oscar's on a hard tire. Everyone else who had just joined the track are on soft tires. Joe Bottas, Sonoda, Ricardo on mediums, as well as Clerk. And Perez has just done his first flying lap on softs, doing a 129.562. So it looks like Norris did an installation. It hasn't set a time yet. So I want to thank everyone who's here right now. Richard Beers watching in Kentucky. I am down here in Texas, North Texas. I know Jose's in South Texas, about the same distance I am from Coda. He is. Can I get on the podium? Dude, if Ollie gets on the podium, that is a massive. That would be a massive start to his career. If Ollie gets a point, that's huge. That's. I mean, that's one thing we get to take into account is that in 2022, when DeVries jumped into the Williams, he put that car into the points. So that was massive. If Bear with this particular track, if he has a car that is capable of being in the points, and he should, if even if he picks up a point, it will be a huge accomplishment. Albon has set a P6 time with a 130.542. Gasly P7. Let's see, Ocon is gone a 131. I mean, we got some people on flying laps. Hulkenberg just went P5, 130.29. Sorry, 273. Again, those of you who have just arrived, basically, Carlos Sainz has been diagnosed, has appendicitis. He will be in surgery to basically remove the appendix. That is what you do when you have appendicitis. Um, so he's going to be under surgery if he hasn't been on surgery already. He will be recovering. When so basically the question is how fast will he recover? It's usually a fast recovery from appendicitis, so he should be back by the Australian Grand Prix, but that is not a definite. There's always a question of is it there's always a question with medical. Max Verstappen just goes a P2, does a 129.773, so he's 2 tenths off of his teammate Checo, who's gone P1, and both of them did this on soft tires. Uh, we've got everyone has been on track at least once now. Magnussen is on his outlap at the moment. He'll be doing on soft tires. Norris is also on an outlap. Bearman is going to be returning to the track as well. Ollie Bearman again is in for Carlos Sainz, who again out with appendicitis. Again, he's driving today. He'll be in quali. He'll be in the race. So this will be his maiden race in F1 for him. Leclerc right now is on medium tires. For viewers who are curious, I will be doing quali this afternoon. Again, this is the Friday, and normally Ryan is working at this time. I am a different schedule, flexible schedule, and it allows me to basically be here to do quali. Daniel was asking who drives for Bearman in F2 now, and does he inherit the pole from Bearman? No, I don't think anyone's going to drive an F2. To be quite honest, I don't think they're going to promote someone for F2, and ultimately, no one's going to inherit the pole. Basically, they're just going to pull Bearman out, and whoever's next is not. He won't inherit pole, and as I'm talking, Clerk is to go 129.206 to go P1. Whoever was P2 in F2 is going to be in P1. He's not going to inherit the designation of pole. Bearman is still going to have that designation of being the pole, having won the pole. Having been actually starting from pole is a different matter. And guys, we don't need to spam chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, and Bearman's still on medium tires. They came in and did an adjustment on the car for him. I'm not sure what part it was. Basically, he didn't like something. It was too thick, and he asked if they could switch out for something thinner, and they were like, "Yeah, we can do that." And they have apparently done that change for him, and he's now back out on track. Where are the Astons right now? They're in P. Stroll is on track. Alonso is about to come back onto track. Um, After yesterday's fast, with Alonso topping the board yesterday, they don't need to have to do a fast program at this point. So them being down 17th, 18th could be more representative of something they're doing for race pace or something else that they're trying to test out, trying to look at doing. Um, they're not doing a fastest uh, lap program right now. We've got about 31 minutes left in this session right now. Again, you are listening to the Race Disc YouTube channel. This is Grash with you right now. We're following live action of FP3 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I want to thank, there are over 7,639 with over 585 likes so far. I want to thank those who are here. If you haven't liked or subscribed, now's a great time. 116,000.9 can't be wrong. And we're only about 45 subs away from 117K. That's what we can get in the next few minutes. If you hit the bell, you will get notifications when we go live. Basically, we do go live for every session. So we did FP1, FP2 yesterday, FP2 now. The quali we'll be doing later today, and then the race tomorrow. Obviously, if there's a sprint weekend, then we'll be doing the shootout and sprint race as well. Got 34 to go. 30 minutes left in the session. We've hit that a halfway mark. Max right now on a flying lap. He does a full purple. He does a 128.893. So there we go. There is Max putting the line in the sand for everyone. Alonso on track right now. He's only on a medium tire. He does a 132.504. He could be loaded down. That's very much a indication. If he's doing a 130, improve on those times, but like it looks like he could be loaded down doing a program that is requiring him to be consistent at a particular range, as opposed to a quality pace. Um, F4 live at V12. How many laps are left? This is not a race. This is just this practice. So it's just time left, which is 28 and a half minutes left. How come is Mick Schumacher isn't driving instead of Carlos? Because Mick Schumacher is in the Mercedes family and not the Ferrari family in this case. He signed over to Ferrari. So yep, that's pretty much the reasoning. You guys are probably too hard on Mick. How much is F1 more popular now with their races? There being in the United States, having TV ratings. So, in terms of motorsports in the United States, um, F1 is second in terms of ratings. NASCAR is one, and um, one and two if you count the Xfinity and the Cup Series separately. But NASCAR is the most popular. After that, we get F1. Now, what's different, what's important, is in the demographics of NASCAR versus F1. NASCAR fans tend to be older. They are 40 plus typically. They're an older group that continues following NASCAR. As and we're looking at Sargent too close to the wall. Did he hit the wall? Left front is gone. He did touch the wall. He definitely did touch that wall. And he is out of the car after touching the wall. That is not good for Logan. No, NASCAR fans are not. I mean, they are. The thing is that there are more tracks to the south of the United States. Ultimately, who touched the wall? Logan Sargent touched the wall. He got the 0 kilometers too close to the wall on screen. But essentially, basically, the issue is that where NASCAR fans are older, F1 fans in the United States are much younger. They're in the 20-30 range, as opposed to 30, 40, 50 range for NASCAR. And so ultimately, the NASCAR fans are going to die off. Essentially, is basically what is going to happen. NASCAR is a very different beast as opposed to F1. I mean, if in NASCAR you are allowed to bump, you're allowed to touch cars. You're not allowed to do that in F1. Norris has a fastest sector one and then abandoning the lap. He's coming back into the pits. Since I've last brought up, Leclerc did a P2 with 129.206, and then Magnussen did a P3 with 129.485. Perez is fourth, Norris is fifth. Norris did a 129.827. And we're basically in between 1 second from P1 through um, P P6, a little bit more if you go to P7. Max on another flying lap. He's improving all in his sectors again, so he's improving time even more. So Max looking for any gains he can get on this track at this point. Stroll on a flying lap right now. He's improved in both his sector one, sector two times, and eventually does P9 with a 130.073. Max improves. I think he cuts 4 tenths off of his times. Purple across the board on those red tires. We've got 23 minutes left in this session. Again, the big news right now is that Ollie Bearman is in for Carlos Sainz. So the 55 car is now the 38 car for Ferrari. He will be taking part in quali and the race tomorrow. So this will be his maiden race in F1. Science is again ill with an appendicitis. This he should be back for the Australian Grand Prix. Should, but you just never know with medical. He could take if he's not back by Australia, he's be the next round. Max right now is top the board with 128.412. If he's doing a 128 now, the 128.4, he in this when we get to later tonight for quali, that could be a faster time. Alonso's just gone to P3 with a 129.473. So that's a second off of Max's time. And clerk is 0.8, 0.7, specifically 0.794 off of Max's time. Alonso, what tire? He did it on a medium, so that would explain the difference in time. Belgians noting that Max was on 7-lap old soft tires, so they're soft tires, but they were 7 laps old when he started his fast lap. So Max says he hit something on track. He think it was like a plastic bottle. This is another. So we've got a gasoline Stroll incident, impeding incident with gasoline Stroll. We don't have a replay of what happened just yet, but that is noted. So something that we'll see when we come back for quali. There will be some. They'll be brought to the stewards and we'll see what happened. One of the things, if you guys want to know, if you look up FIA documents, you will see Stewart. Like again, this is going to go to the stewards. There'll be a document generated based. There'll be actually several documents generated. Like one, like telling who needs to go to the stewards and be before them, whatnot, and then what was the result of the steward's decision. You will see. These are documents. There'll be an FI document. If you type in FI document into Google, they'll bring you to the site where you'll find all those documents. Again, this is how I know that Hamilton got just only a warning, but his team was fined €15,000. And so the stewards looked at the turn 5 through 7 incident between Gasly and Stroll. It looks like they're not going to investigate any more. But yeah, basically Stroll basically got in the way of Gasly. It doesn't look like Stroll could have done anything. It is a tight section they went through, so they're just calling it a racing incident and moving on.
As of right
Under
now,
20 minutes left. Actually, we're under 19 minutes left in this session. Again, this is the Racing Statistics YouTube channel, and this is Grash with you giving you updates at live action, giving you commentary on what is going on during this practice. Is Charles doing race pace simulation? He probably is right now. He's on a medium tire, so he probably is doing some sort of race pace simulation. Bearman is in the pits right now. He's probably getting an adjustment before he goes out for the last 15 minutes of the session. Right now, they're trying to get him as comfortable as possible in that car. Casper Day saying this is the best channel for practice and quality sessions. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys saying that. We appreciate you guys being here with us. And now that I've noticed it, we've had actually hit 117,000 subscribers. So thank you for those who have subscribed. We've got almost 7,000 of you watching right now live with us, and over 700 likes as well. So thank you for being here. I know this is Friday morning, so that is huge that you guys are here. Again, you will see several people in chat with green names. They are people who have joined the channel, like Elwax, Paula. I know Jose has been around. Michael K, Yentl, RS. Um, Basically, they're throwing a couple bucks, and the other people who have been uh, gifted us a subscription as well for a month. But these, people I throw out typically have been our regulars. One of the things is that they, besides having green text, they do get a milestone chat. Ooh, oh, who is it? Zhou. Zhou just binned it, and this will be a red flag. Yep, it is a red flag. Um, we're gonna have to replay and see what happened. Zhou says he's okay. I have apparently pissed off someone. For those who have not been with me before, um, red flags happen on a lot with me during sessions. Um, this this would probably, I don't know if this would have been a yellow flag during the race. Um, but Joe's getting out of the car. He's okay. Take a look at his camera. Where is he? Take a look what happened to his. Jump back a little bit. So I'm taking a look at a replay of Joe's onboard. And it looks like he may have tapped. So it looked like the front left tire tapped the wall, and from there it then lost basically spun out. So like we said, basically, he crashed on turn 8, but in turn 7, it looks like he clipped the wall front left, spun out, and then went into the Tech Pro barriers. Joe is okay. He on radio said he was okay, and he's got another car. He's walking around. They are right now trying to clear up the car. Yeah, this is going to be a while because he hit the tech. He hit the Tech Pro barrier, so they're going to have to readjust that to get that back into place. The metal car is out. Is that the medical car or is the safety car? They flashed a medical car graphic on screen. They're probably going to take Joe to be diagnosed. He probably hit the wall at enough G-force to trigger a like a concussion protocol testing. Yeah, this session may not there's a potential that the session may not continue because A, they got to get the car out of there, which they're still working on, and B, they have to reset the the tech tow barrier. We're going to look at the onboard. Yeah, the car has not moved as of yet. Yeah, I mean, we don't think the session will be resumed, but it is if they like pull out the car in the next like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, they're looking at the car and something's up with the car. They just can't pull it out. I just finally cut the onboard for the car. So they've got the car lifted off the ground on a crane. Where are they doing with it? Where are they putting it? And crews are going right in already with the tech pro barriers. We might get it. I don't know. They're moving pretty fast, faster than I expected. We may get 7 minutes of time in this session if they're on pace to do that. Yeah. No, no, don't hold me to it. Cars being moved. Drivers are still in their cars. Yeah, the car is pretty much destroyed. I mean, again, when I looked on the onboard replay of his onboard, it looked like the front left tapped the wall, and then that basically when that tapped, that when that happened, Zhou lost control of the car, spun out into the barrier. We've got about 11 minutes left in this session right now. For those who, again, they are, yeah, and it very much looked. Are they pointing it out? Yep, yep. He did definitely hit the wall. The tire tapped the wall, and that basically spun him around. He did a spun out. So it's much clearer with the replay that he did tap the wall, and that basically once he tapped the wall, he lost control of the car. He did basically do a 360 spin, almost a 360. Almost, I would say, spun about 270, and then slid sideways into the barrier. So, um, one of the things going on right now is that again, Carlos Sainz is out for the rest of this weekend. He has an appendicitis. If he's not in surgery now, he will be um, sometime today. Wish him a speedy recovery. Should be back by the Australian Grand Prix. That will depend on how fast he recovers. The appendicitis is a quick recovery. This is the same issue that Albon had at the 2022 um, um, Italian Grand Prix. That was, at that, and for him, we brought in DeVries into the winning car. Ali Bearman is an 18-year-old F2. He's a rookie for obvious reasons. He's an F2 driver. Last year, he was sixth in F2 with 4 race wins. And last year, and this is during the Mexican Grand Prix and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, he was in the Haas car for FP1 rookie driver testing. Again, we are about 8.5 minutes left in this session. We have a red flag because um, Zhou Yu basically tapped his tire and lost control of the car and slid into the Tectro barriers. They've removed the car from the track. And they are currently working on those barriers, the Tectro barriers. They are designed to basically absorb the crash. And by doing so, they end up they move. Why is Beerman on caps lock? So the convention of the board that we are using, Beerman basically is a replacement driver is in all caps. It is their first name, initial dot their last name. Is that's the convention for replacement drivers. So like for some reason during precinct testing, I think in Ricardo was showing up as a reserve driver as a replacement driver for some reason. You guys are talking right now. There is a question on the table about Max. So basically, it falls from the Horner scandal. Um, After the race, I believe Sunday or Monday, Max's dad, Joss Verstappen, basically said that Horner needed to go. And it looks like we are back to a green flag running. The F1 graphics have turned to a green flag. They're not in the red flag condition, but no one's out on track as of. Nope, that's Joe. That's he would not be. Yeah, I'm not sure when. Look, take a look if there's a. What time? And here we go. We are now back to. We're gonna resume in about a minute. That'll give us about 5 minutes of track running. I know one of the Haas's has gotten out and is lined up. And we've got cars lined up on the pit lane line, waiting for that green flag to fly. Is Joe okay? Joe is okay. He indicated in the car that he was okay and got out under his own power. We're waiting for everyone's in line. So we're waiting for the green light to go. It's going to be 17:25, so it's about a minute, any minute now. We're seconds away of that happening. Again, where is Science? Science is sick right now. He is an appendicitis. He is getting a surgery to remove that. You do, and it is 5 minutes to go in this session. And Magnuson is the first car out on track. And it's going to be a whole slew of pretty much everyone getting on track now that we got the green flag. So it's going to be about a minute or so for these guys to get around. And then we'll see maybe some flying laps with 2 minutes to go. No. So yeah, the penalty for Suge is that the car is destroyed. They've got to replace they've got to repair that car for quali now. And it's a matter of how. I mean, there's nothing that Zhou did specifically intentionally to cause the trash or to be dangerous. So ultimately, it's a matter of can that team get that car back together to be ready to go around for quali. So basically, all the setup work that they've done on that car out the window. I again, crashes is not. Stu just basically saying that no, the crash is not enough a penalty when it prevents the entire grid from getting ranked. Yeah, but the track is not safe to be running. That's why it's a red flag. I mean, if this was during the race, probably might be just a yellow flag. Maybe Joe will start the race from the pit. That is very, very possible. If he doesn't take part in quali, then he would be a pit lane start. So we'll see. We'll see. Metro City says, "I need Haas double points." Wow, you are crazy. Didn't want for that. Magnussen not losing the car for a moment there. We are under 2 minutes left to go in this session. 2 minute warning. To those of you in the United States, you understand what we mean by that. Going by the I'm following my stream at the moment, which is about 15 seconds behind the timing chart that I'm seeing. Russell setting a sector 2 fastest time, and Leclerc setting a sector 1 fastest time. Bearman starting a flying lap at this point. Everyone's pretty much starting a flying lap. Russell does a 128. Leclerc does a 128. Again, Russell 128.9. Leclerc does a 128.6. Alonso is a 129.0. Stroll doing a 129.1. Stoner did 128, 129.5. Hamilton is 129.2. So Russell P3, Alonso P4, Stroll P5, Hamilton P6, Leclerc P2. Max fastest sector 1. And these are all looking like they are fresh tires. Bearman does P7 with a 129.3. Hamilton moves to P7 with 129.268. Norris goes to P4, 128.971. Max improves in the sector 2 times, but not fastest. Perez jumps to P3, 128.906. Looking at Max, he's about to finish this lap in a few seconds now. And the checkered flag is now being waved. Perez has taken the checkered flag. Jose saying quality's going to be very interesting. Now that we got Bearman, the crash, Max is going to not improve on his time. He's about not a 10, but 1/100th off of his previous time. So he's going to finish the session with a 128.422. I think everyone else pretty much at this point has come around. Yeah. Which is seeing a replay of a cool Clerk. Clerk is about just shy of 2/10 off of Max's pace. So this is everyone was on soft tires for this. So this was pretty much everyone in this case was on a simulated quali pace. Bearman again ends up P10 on the chart. That's quite decent, given that he's first time in that Ferrari car. That's a very good uh, pace. I mean, that's everyone below him is basically they've got to talk. There's going to be a talk about what's going on. Again, the one incident that we've had was Zhou basically did a one tap the wall and spun out. Sargent only did 2 laps. He went out, tapped his tire. They had to bring him in boxed. He ended up doing only 2 laps. So those are the 2 incidents that we had today. We've had almost 7,000 of you watching at one point today. Thank you so much. We were about 873 likes. We broke 117K subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone. If you're watching the stream right now, what's happening is that the drivers are now coming to the finish line, and they're lining up for practice starts. Again, this is the Races YouTube channel. This has been our live coverage for the Practice 3 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I will be coming off the radio in a moment. There'll be some music, and then when the stream ends, you'll be brought to our quality stream. I'll be doing that today, so I'll be seeing you guys all later in a few hours. That'll about 2.5 hours. We'll go live in about 90 minutes or so with music. If you have any other questions, drop them in chat. We will catch them up with the next session. We will see you all soon for quali. Be safe, and we'll see you soon.